Official, and this is the sports segment on this particular platform. If today is your first time watching, I'll beg you to kindly subscribe to this channel. Leave your comment on in the comment section, like our video, and also do your best to share our video. But don't forget to also put us on post notification by clicking on the notification bell. Now, this particular week, the semi-finals of this season's UEFA Champions League started, and it started on Tuesday. So we had that particular or that beautiful game, I call so, at the Emirates between Arsenal and then Paris Saint-Germain. And so I'm here to give you guys a breakdown of all the events that happened and here in this week's UEFA Champions League semi-final. Two games, I call so. First game, Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain, and then the second game on Wednesday between Barcelona and then Inter Milan. So I want to start off with the Arsenal game, also the Emirates between themselves and then Paris Saint-Germain. After say Arsenal, it will eliminate Real Madrid. They lost blank for Frimo at the quarterfinal stage. All eyes were on them. Say their game against PSG was going to produce goals, but in that particular game, go back up in the bum, yes, and that go even go no crown. Where time I buy and I'll go beyond to me. I'm by giving him now. So many people were surprised because even for myself, I thought that game was going to produce at least 3 goals, but we had only 1 goal. Ousmane Dembele goal share on the 4th minute. That was the only goal we had in that particular game. And prior to that particular game, Arsenal had never lost a game against Paris Saint-Germain. Yes, Arsenal no more lose game. Inter PSG that, and this is because these two teams had limits. It will be very difficult for you to find an Arsenal and then a Paris Saint-Germain fixture. So the first time that they met was in then 1993-1994 season, where the first game ended on a 1-1 draw, and then the second game ended on a 1-0 draw. Win in favor of Arsenal. They met again in the 2016-2017 season. The first game ended on a 1-1 draw, and then the second game also ended on a 2-2 draw. Before they were this season, the 2024-25 season, during the league phase, where Arsenal won the game by 2-0. So even before these two teams met, Arsenal only lose game against Paris Saint-Germain. So yesterday, and I say Tuesday, was the first time Arsenal lose a game against Paris Saint-Germain, and that game PSG almost squandered chances. They had so many chances where they squandered all those chances. Almost to me, and very any of them are. It was the only goal from Dembele on the 4th minute. Any team separate the two teams. Dembele this season is on form. He has 45 goal contribution in 45 appearances for Paris Saint-Germain in all competitions. So PSG, Luis Enrique is no joking. This season, Luis Enrique was transforming Paris Saint-Germain team in power. They have been able to reach the semi-final stage, and if they do their things well, the second leg next week Wednesday, that game is going to be a beautiful game. If they do things well, they can qualify ahead of Arsenal. And even PSG in the French league, they have already won the league, so they don't have any games to worry about. So PSG has time to rest. One more time they can rest and then train very hard to face Arsenal and see if they can be able to eliminate Arsenal. Because even in the French league, they went on 30 games unbeaten until just last week. They lost their first game this season in the French league out to OGC Nice. So that particular game, for me, I see PSG qualifying ahead of Arsenal, because Arsenal in the first leg, they were missing the presence of Thomas Partey. Thomas didn't come to the party into the Arsenal foot team. Like for me, I saw that normally lack balance in that particular game. So going forward, though say the second leg, Thomas Partey will play, but I still see PSG qualifying ahead of Arsenal. Now, Wednesday night game, I know Bia was the Barcelona game against Inter Milan, and that particular game, the game was intense. The game produced 6 goals. Inter Milan share 3, Barcelona share 3. And prior to that particular game, answer that game beat my Barcelona. if you checked those two teams, FC Barcelona and then club reference Inter Milan. Barcelona in their last 3 games, they hadn't lost a game. They had won on their last 3 games, including a final against Real Madrid in a Copa del Rey. So FC Barcelona was on form in their last 3 games, even before they met Inter Milan. Now Barca we need all the 3 matches, scoring 8 goals and conceding 5 goals. Inter Milan on the other side, in their last 3 matches before they faced Barcelona, they had lost all their 3 matches, including the loss of Munya against AC Milan in the Coppa Italia. They hadn't scored a goal in their last 3 games, and they had conceded 5 goals in their last 3 games. So looking at those two teams, Barcelona was on form as compared to Inter Milan. So that game, not like most people having in mind that, oh, then Barcelona is going to win, especially they are playing at home. And with the likes of Lamine Yamal, Bono, and Odin. But the game ended on a 3-3 draw. Even Inter Milan took lead by scoring 2 first goals within the first 21 minutes into the game. Now Inter Milan has shared 2 goals. So the game was like when those 2 goals came, I was like, Barcelona. But well, Barca phone to better say Kai to me now and Sana Inter for San Swashaba Kwaka. Right after that goal, and then Rafinha scored that beautiful goal, but I think that goal was given as an own goal because Bona can Inter Milan goalkeeper Jan Suma Echi. So that goal was an own goal. So I went into my archives and I had the last time Barcelona played a Uefa Champions League semi-final game. These were their squad. So they had Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Sergio Roberto, Gerard Piqué, Clement Lenglet, Jordi Alba, Felipe Coutinho, Ivan Rakitic, Sergio Busquets, Arturo Vidal, Leo Messi, and then Luis Suarez. This was the last time Barcelona bought a Champions League game. This was the squad of the boy. And then also, the last time Barcelona faced Inter Milan was on 12 October 2022. So that particular game, the first leg ended on a 3-3 draw, just as this season ended 3-3 draw. No? The last time Barcelona and Inter Milan shared in the Champions League, it was on 12 October 2022, and it was during the group stage. First leg ended 3-3. During that time, Dembele was at FC Barcelona, so Dembele was on a score sheet, and then Lewandowski also had 2 goals. Oko in Inter Milan as well. Nicolo Barella was on a score sheet, Lautaro Martinez, and then Robin Gosens. And then the second leg, Inter Milan for Ewini at the Stadio Giuseppe Meazza or the San Siro by 1-0. So we're just something about last time these two teams met in the Champions League, and that particular goal from Marcos Thuram, goal in the AFA 45 seconds, and I'll share that particular goal. 30 seconds, and I'll share that particular goal. And history about that particular goal there, he has become the fastest ever scored goal in the UEFA Champions League semi-final stage. So this is the fastest goal a player Biashe in the semi-final stage of any UEFA Champions League competition. Marcus Thuram, that goal was mind-blowing. And then Lamine Yamal also made his 100th appearance for FC Barcelona at the age of 17. So at the age of 17, Lamine Yamal won 100 games for FC Barcelona. So the entire team joined him on that particular photo shoot, and also to celebrate him on that particular journey at the age of 17. So in that particular game, Denzel Dumfries was adjudged as the man of the match because he scored 2 goals and provided an assist. Those say him around the 75th minute there, but he had 2 goals and then 1 assist. Some people are arguing that he doesn't deserve man of the match in that particular game, but for me, I see him say scoring 2 goals as a right back and then having 1 assist is insane. So he really deserves that. And then Inter Milan had a goal, but that goal was disallowed for an offside. This is the incident. This is the VAR output on the bar. They are saying that the player's leg, the boot can crab in a try line. Well, VAR say game no, and I said go near offside. Who am I to challenge them? Because when you go online, people are talking. People are saying that that goal should have stood because in Crawford's game goal not was a clean goal. There was no offside about it. But this is the VAR output on the bar. Say that goal was an offside, and so that's how the UEFA Champions League this week, semi-final, first leg, it told you. So next week, Tuesday, we are having Inter Milan against Barcelona at the San Siro or the Estadio Giuseppe Meazza, and then Paris Saint-Germain against Arsenal at the Parc des Princes. So we have some beautiful games to watch next week. Who is going to advance to the semi-finals? To the finals of the Champions League. For me, I see Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona in the finals of this season's UEFA Champions League. Let me know what you think under the comment section. But Thursday, we have some games coming up in the UEFA Europa League and then the UEFA Europa Conference League. So in the UEFA Europa League, Athletic Bilbao will face Manchester United, and then Tottenham Hotspur is also facing Bordeaux. Wow. So the games are Thursday. It will be happening in the UEFA Europa League. So Manchester United against Athletic Bilbao, and then Bordeaux against Tottenham Hotspur. So those are the two games coming up in the Europa League. Over the Conference League as well, we have Chelsea going on away to Djurgårdens in Sweden, and then Real Betis in Spain against Fiorentina. Until we have some beautiful games to also watch in the Europa League and then the UEFA Europa Conference League. So this has been my observation and my breakdown of the UEFA Champions League semi-finals first leg also this particular week. If today is your first time watching us, kindly hit on the subscription button, subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment, and also share our video. So I'll see you in our next episode. My name is General. I'm out.